What's up, everyone? Drunken Phoenix here. Welcome back. So today we're going to go over about how the whole car repossession crisis is continuing to get worse. People are still in 2026 getting cars that they cannot afford, only to find out that they cannot make payments on their car. Let alone some people aren't even able to make the first payment on the car that they just purchased. So this is very unfortunate. But yeah, so let's just go ahead and get started.
Talking about the car market crashing, but here's the real question. How many cars are already supposed to be repossessed, but the banks are just slow walking it? Repossessions hit 1.73 million in 2024. That's the highest since 2009.
That's a lot.
And some projections say repos could push towards 3 million if delinquency trends keep moving. Subprime borrowers are getting crushed, with serious delinquencies hitting multiple decade highs, according to the Wall Street Journal. But here's where it gets interesting. Are people not paying? Yes. But are lenders also modifying loans, extending payments, and delaying repos? Because dumping millions of cars into auction lanes could crush used car values. That's the part that nobody wants to say out loud. Because if the banks grab every car that minute it goes bad, they don't just hurt the consumer, they hurt their own collateral. So is this a repo crisis or a controlled burn?
Okay, so I find this a little bit unsettling. On the one end, I get that banks and lenders don't want to necessarily crash the used car market because that will, negatively impact sellers and dealerships. But on the other end, I don't think it's beneficial to continue to perpetuate the overinflation of used cars. Because every now and then I like to look at used cars online just to browse. I don't want to necessarily buy anything right now. And let's just say that things are not the same as they were 4 years ago when I bought my last car. The used car market is very much overinflated. So I don't see how this is helpful at all, because it's almost as if they're trying to perpetually keep used cars overpriced and inflated, and that's going to continue the cycle of people getting cars that they cannot afford and eventually having more repossessions, and just creating this endless cycle of chaos. And I don't know, I feel like it's a lot of greed that's going on, and I just feel this is just creating a bubble that's eventually going to burst. So that's very unsettling.
Hit the market. What happens to used car pricing, trade values, and dealer inventory sitting that's overpriced? Well, drop your opinion. Are the banks protecting the consumer or protecting the market?
What's going on, guys? Gus here with Legacy Motor Car Georgia here at the auction. Gonna look at a few repos. So I'm looking at some truck repos. Possessions have been at an all-time high, and we're just gonna see what we can get here today.
It's crazy.
All right, guys, here. Look at all these brand new repossessed trucks. Brand new Ford, brand new Ram, Chevy, more Rams. There's even a GMC over here. Look.
Okay, now I went in on the banks and the lenders and how they're pretty much continuing this, pretty much doing their part to continue the cycle. But at the same time, us as regular people, we have to stop with all the new cars that we're getting. Like these, come on. Like, and when I say new, I'm not even just talking about the current year, but anything within 3 years of the current year. The people, we really need to stop getting cars that we cannot afford, because we're not making things any better either. Like this is embarrassing how many cars are getting repo, just brand new cars that people cannot afford, and for some reason they just continue to buy them. Like this is crazy. It's at an all-time high. Like, come on.
Wow, it's crazy. All right, guys, the reason why these trucks have been repossessed is because nobody can afford those $1,500, $2,000 payments on these brand new trucks.
Who in their right mind is getting a truck with a $2,000 to $2,000 car note a month? Who is doing this? Apparently a lot of people, because these are record, numbers according to this guy.
So, for example, this truck here is a 2020 Ford F-250. This truck would have probably sold for about $80,000 to $100,000 when it first came out. Monthly payment will equate to about $1,500 to $2,000, and that's definitely not sustainable in the long term. This truck only has 10,000 miles.
Definitely not.
All right, let's take a look inside. So it's got the leather seats, sunroof, very nice spec. And this truck will probably be sold for, 30-40% less than what it sold for about a year ago.
Wow.
Let's crank it up.
All that messing your credit for a car that's going to depreciate.
Again, guys, 10,000 miles on the clock. Brand new truck, and just was repossessed. Just pull up the MMR on this. So this truck will probably sell for about $67,000 to $74,000, which is about 30% of what it sold for last year. Next truck. This is a 2022
That's crazy. That car depreciated by 30% in just 1 year. People, we got to do better with this. Like whoever, I don't know who thought they were going to be able to tackle on a $1,500 car payment, but I hope they learned their lesson. So this video right here, I thought this was really funny. So basically, some people, this guy has not, made his payment on his car, and the repo man is coming to take it from him. And rather than just taking that L, he decides to take a bigger L by trying to drive off while the tow truck already has his car. So the guy is in the car right now, and he's, I guess, trying to drive off the tow truck. So oh wow, he done messed up the back fender. Is that what it's called? Now, why are you doing this, sir? Sir, it's not gonna work. Like, come on, people.
All right, guys, just got
That's ridiculous. I don't even know what to say. People, when they get their car repoed, they go crazy.
fun, but sometimes it's not. We just had to repo this car from a customer. They didn't make their first payment. Bank issued a buyback, so we had to buy this car back. Repo last night.
Bruh, if you're going to be irresponsible with buying a car, at least have enough money for the first payment. They couldn't make the first payment? Did they not tell you? Why didn't you make the first payment? At least, get at least a good month or two out of it before you get it repoed.
But luckily we were able to recover it, and let me show you guys the car and tell you a little bit more about the story. So guys, it's been about 45 days since we sold this car. They missed their first payment, so we had to repo the car. The tires are pretty much shot right here. And if you come around, here's the damage. This car was sold 45 days ago. It was in super mint condition. And look at the condition of the vehicle right now. This is a mismatched wheel. I don't know what the other tire is. Hopefully it's in the trunk. But yeah, man. So if you go to the inside, it's pretty dirty. These are the original mat covers that we had. It's filthy inside. I don't know what that is. It kind of stinks.
All right, after just 45 days. I have the impression that, I don't know what this driver did, but after they get in the car, he must have did something. He must have got some damage or just did something very irresponsible while driving it and got it in really bad shape. And I guess he was like, you know what? I'm not paying for this. I've screwed this car up. This doesn't make sense after 45 days.
As well, but dazzled steering wheel. If you look at the back here, there's some trash. Luckily, our tow guy was able to recover the key, so that's a plus because these are pretty expensive. And yeah, so that's what we got to deal with. Still got our sticker on there. That's good, right? So,
of course, it's the A-class.
All right, so looks like the wheel's still back here. Some sort of vase. Oh, nice, a free air mattress for us.
So basically, this lady and her husband has gotten his car repo while they were having lunch, and they are laughing about it. I want to tell the Uber driver. I don't know why they're laughing. It's not funny, but I guess this is one of those situations where you have to laugh to keep from crying.
Hey, we got repoed.
Repoed her at lunch.
Sorry.
How are you?
No problem.
Oh, shoot.
Just got my first
Wow.
No.
It's technically not yours.
Yeah, I know it ain't
It's mine.
mine.
You got back here?
So I thought this was a funny way to end the video. These people are, very optimistic. To them, it's just a joke. I guess I wish I could have their optimism and positive view on life. If my car got repoed, I would not be laughing, and I definitely would not be, posting about it on TikTok. But, I mean, I guess this is how some people have to keep their lives colorful and happy. So good for them. So I'm gonna end it there, you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.